Hi, everyone. I'm Denise Hemke, and I'll be joined today by Stephanie Felix. Over the past 2 years, you've had to rethink everything about your workforce. And as an organizational leader myself, I can tell you all too well that there has been a lot on all of our minds. We are grappling with tough questions like, how can we keep our employees safe? What can we do to cultivate a culture in which everyone feels they belong? And most recently, how can we more effectively engage and retain a workforce with complex and changing needs? Stephanie and I are here to share a bit with you about how Workday can help. Our goal is to help you uncover insights and develop plans all in a single system so that your data directly informs how you tackle any of these challenges. To make informed decisions and build strategic plans, you as an HR leader need to quickly understand how your workforce is performing, how they are feeling, and what they need. Not only are we hearing this from our customers, but the trends in the market tell the same story. The data is undeniable. The Great Resignation is real. Workers are quitting in record numbers, with over 3.3 million people quitting their jobs every single month since February. And with almost 7 million people hired in June alone, and lots of optimism out there for individual workers, many leaders are still coming up short on their staffing needs. Add to that the steep cost to hire and onboard a new person, not to mention the business risk of sustaining these kinds of extreme shifts in your workforce. At the same time, hybrid work is becoming our new reality, and we must address the impacts of this shift. Imagine that this is an organization, and each dot represents a person, and the lines represent their relationships. And each dense cluster of dots represents a team. Studies have shown that many individual teams have actually become more productive in a remote climate. Yet these bridges between teams, these delicate lines building connections across the organization, are starting to deteriorate in our virtual world. And it is these informal connections that help to ensure that the entire organization remains productive, engaged, and aligned. And between Zoom fatigue and employee attrition and a workforce that is more siloed at home, it is harder for teams to connect beyond their small circle. For the health and profitability of the organization, it's become even more important for us to learn how to best leverage the digital platforms and data around us to create the best working environment that can cultivate relationships across our organizations. Finally, employees and customers are looking to your organization to have a clear and meaningful diversity and inclusion strategy. We cannot forget that each dot represents a unique individual with different needs, priorities, and personal stories. And not only do diverse teams lead to more creative and profitable organizations, they're also becoming a baseline expectation. And when employees don't feel that they belong, they're much more likely to leave. Diversity and inclusion is no longer optional. It is necessary. And as you build and refine your diversity and inclusion strategy, it is important to have a clear understanding of where your organization stands so that you can set clear, measurable goals to hold leaders accountable. And if any of these trends resonate, please take some solace in the fact that you are not alone. These market trends are not unique to even a single company or a single industry. And we at Workday, we take some comfort in knowing that many of you are turning to our tools to understand how these trends are impacting your organization. Check out these trends in the usage of Workday's People Analytics application. We track customer interest in different topic areas over time using click tracking. This heat map you see here represents the usage trends for People Analytics topic areas per month. The areas saturated with a deeper blue indicate topics where over 350 People Analytics customers are spending most of their time. So what you can clearly see here is that over the past year, Two topic areas have been the most consistently visited in our tool: diversity and inclusion and turnover and attrition. We are all looking for ways to understand our workforce better, to identify opportunities for improvement, and to take better care of our people. And as these dynamics continue to evolve, leaders are turning to HR for answers with more urgency to get a true pulse on their organization. You simply cannot wait for annual surveys or planning cycles to understand and adjust given these rapidly changing needs. You and your team need data at your fingertips. Shorter, more timely surveys and individual check-ins can help you to quickly answer questions like, are members of my team feeling burned out? Or are they energized and productive? Are they feeling isolated? Or are they feeling connected to each other? Are they languishing in their current role? Or are they thriving? And you and your business partners want to know if your efforts in equity and belonging are paying off, and if employees are feeling the impact of the changes that you're making. You need data to answer critical questions like, are we seeing equitable representation at all levels in the organization? And are there equitable opportunities such as promotions for all individuals? Is there a parity of experience and a sense of belonging across different intersectional groups? And with this data, leaders can build workforce plans that are intentional, focused, and timely. And once those plans are approved, you can direct action to meet the needs of your workforce. Well, this new world of work is rapidly evolving. The need to have these insights at your fingertips and the ability to continuously plan will not go away. If anything, it will only further accelerate. I'd like to invite my friend and colleague, Stephanie, to join me. Stephanie, you and I have talked about this, and all of this rings true to my experience as a leader. This past year, I have felt at times like I am running in place. In fact, I feel like I'm running on a treadmill. We are all moving 1,000,000 miles a minute, and for every step forward, there's a new challenge that sets us all back. But I do find comfort in returning to the numbers and to the data as my North Star. It keeps me grounded. But like many of you, dang, I'm tired.
Yeah, I hear you on that. You can go ahead and take a rest. I'll take it from here.
Thanks.
Staying grounded in the numbers and adjusting plans with focus has never been more key than this past year. This is where Workday can help, be it inclusion, digitalization, enabling experiences, the agile organization, or the skills imperative. Workday delivers a full spectrum of workforce planning, reporting, and analytics that give oxygen and life to the CHRO's efforts to tackle what is top of mind, with timely and secure insights that can inform targeted strategic plans. With the same foundation of trusted data, Workday helps you make and enact better workforce decisions faster. Data provides the vital signs of an organization. Organizations can't wait until their overall health has deteriorated to take action. They must continuously monitor their vitals on an ongoing basis. Long gone are the days of an annual plan. As we've all experienced this past year, we must expect and prepare for the unexpected. The most successful organizations are using data as a competitive advantage to take actions continuously throughout the year to make sure that they're achieving their business outcomes and that their people are thriving. To do this, we provide 4 tools uniquely positioned to empower your people leaders to care for their talent. Prism Analytics serves as the data hub to support workforce planning and analytic activities, enabling you to ingest and blend non-Workday data with Workday transactional data. And this makes Prism a powerful platform that brings your HR data sets together in one secure hub, giving you a more complete view of your workforce, unlocking new levels of insight, and providing you the context you need to make better plans and decisions. Take what we've seen from one of our champion customers, Lifetime Inc. They recently shared that they used Prism to build a dashboard titled Culture of Care, where they ingest metrics from multiple sources to build a comprehensive view of their employees. Data sets range from external time tracking metrics capturing absenteeism or lateness by fitness location, to sentiment data from a third-party survey provider and performance metrics captured in Workday. Aggregating all these insights has enabled them to identify opportunities where they can deliver personalized learning journeys and development plans for certain employees or teams. It's so good to see how our customers are using Prism to invest and improve their talent. Operating in conjunction with Prism are People Analytics, Peakon, and Planning. You can think of People Analytics as a guide for HR leaders. HR analysts, more often than not, are short on people and short on time. People Analytics helps leaders know where they need to focus. It searches through all the workforce data to find the key business challenges that may need their attention or the positive trends that could be scaled for even greater impact. With these headlines at their fingertips, leaders can be confident that they're spending their time on what needs their attention most. Dubbed an additional digital analyst, Workday's People Analytics adds immediate capacity, identifying trends that you may have missed or might not have even known to look for with little to no work on the part of the analyst. Having this precious time back allows your team to quickly assess shifts in your organization and decide how they want to dig into what's been discovered. One People Analytics customer, Trent from Epic, a worldwide provider of legal and business services, attested to just that. He noted the value it's provided Epic's overall organization analysis and focus. He shared that areas that People Analytics highlighted are metrics that he fears previously slipped through the cracks of their company-wide analysis. And another customer, Greg from Ryan LLC, a tax services company, noted the immense time savings benefits of People Analytics because it offers them a full story of their people, how certain KPIs are trending over time, which employees are driving certain metrics, and even explanations about those trends without them having to lift a finger. And some of the most exciting investments that we're making in People Analytics is expanding the breadth of insights that we're able to provide. We're excited to roll out a new section to all of our People Analytics customers dedicated to Workday's Vibe Index. Vibe stands for Value, Inclusion, Belonging, and Equity for All. And the section will provide a unique index that assesses equity and parity across an organization at different intersections of the employee lifecycle. We're also adding a section dedicated to skills trends and opportunities so that you can match talent supply against talent needs. And then finally, we're planning a future section dedicated entirely to employee engagement, built on data that will pipe in from our newest Workday company, Peakon. We recently welcomed with open arms Peakon, a Workday company, into the fold of our offerings. Peakon unlocks sentiment data in a new and game-changing way. It's a powerful employee listening technology that allows you to capture the voice of the employee with in-the-moment pulse surveys, giving employees a seat at the table. It not only brings their voice to the decision-making table, it gives employees direct agency, empowering them with information and transparency through things like benchmarks of their own experiences to that of their peers, as well as greater visibility to leadership's responses to feedback. Over time, we see Peakon as a great complement to People Analytics by bringing Peakon insights into the dashboards that we provide frontline managers and organization leaders to review. We're also working to deliver your Peakon data directly in Prism Analytics with just a few clicks. This makes it easy for administrators to do things like quickly combine Peakon data with Office Access badging data to help with the safe return of your people to the workplace, or to combine Peakon data with Zoom data so that you can monitor engagement for workers that continue to work remote. We're so excited about the new levels of analysis this will provide to all of our customers. Denise, I know that you have a very large team with hundreds of workmates. What's it been like for you as a leader using Peakon Analytics?
Yeah, it's been pretty remarkable, Stephanie. Not only can I see a quick snapshot of my entire team, but it helps me to be a better coach. My first experience using Peakon was like this aha moment for me as a leader. With Peakon, we get this unique opportunity to observe the interactions between managers and their teams, something that's historically only happened in those one-on-ones. And that's pretty special. I like to say that it's like peering through a window at the managers on my team and being able to better advise and guide them. I know where I need to better coach and where I can do a better job equipping my first-line managers.
Yeah, that's so good to hear. I know that it's led to really great conversations on our team about how we can improve their experience, and I'm super excited for the changes it will make. And then this brings me to the last product I wanted to cover today, Workforce Planning, which takes all the data and insights from across Workday and enables HR and business leaders to bridge the divide from where they're at today compared to where they want to be based on their business strategy and objectives. In order to realize goals, leaders need to make good decisions about how they're going to optimize their talent. Workforce planning allows them to plan among key stakeholders in the business and with finance in order to do just that. You can model and forecast different plan options so that you can determine the best approach to ensure that you have the right talent in the right places and that both your short-term and long-term objectives are being met. This could span from planning from how you'll achieve your belonging and diversity goals over the next year through recruiting initiatives or learning programs, to planning how you'll grow, acquire, or borrow talent over the next 5 years to address any anticipated skill gaps in your future workforce based on your business direction and market trends. And there's so much more that you can do with workforce planning. Once the planning process is complete and the final plan version is approved, proper and efficient execution of plans, as well as continuous adjustments over time as new information comes in, is essential to bring the plan to life. Recently, one workforce planning customer, Huntington Bank, demonstrated just how much the product can help during a challenging time when they used it to bring two large organizations together following their acquisition of TCF Financial in the midst of a pandemic. They achieved this feat in a way that was thoughtful, intentional, and incredibly efficient for their team. They also managed to incorporate Prism into their solution, using it as a data repository and reporting hub so that they could bring merged data into their plans and then push those results back into Prism for reporting. With Workday, we bring it all together with relevant workforce data on productivity, performance, sentiment, and operations, along with planning in a single system that's organized, centralized, and secure. Analytics to understand your organization like never before with timely information that filters out the noise and focuses on the factors that drive your business. Workforce planning to take those insights and enable you to prepare for the future like never before. And with today's pace of change, as you all know very well, leaders need to be able to pivot quickly. We've moved towards a non-negotiable need for continuous access to up-to-date data in order to adjust plans as quickly as possible. Workday allows your leaders to understand where they're at today compared to where they want to be and plan for how they're going to get to that desired end state. Then efficiently take action, all while keeping a pulse on the state of your business and your people.
Wow. It is always great to hear about the way that our customers are using our products, especially customers like Huntington Bank, who are recognizing the value of these analytics and planning tools together to really unlock new levels of efficiency, insight, and agility in their efforts.
Yeah, I completely agree. And during these tough times, it makes me feel better knowing just how much Workday can help. But sometimes it's easier to see something rather than just to use your imagination. So Denise, can you show everyone what this looks like when it's all brought to life?
Absolutely, Stephanie, I'd love to. And since we are focusing on how to take care of our people, let's dig into the capabilities that we offer that can do just that. As I mentioned before, people are tired, they are burnt out, they are leaving the workforce in droves. So understanding employee sentiment, how that translates into attrition, and building intentional plans to care for them is more beneficial than ever. I'm really excited to show you how Workday can help you do just this. One of the most powerful retention tools is getting feedback from employees to help shape policies and strategies. At the same time, employees often feel like instead of being heard, their feedback goes into a void, unacted upon, which becomes a recipe for less feedback and less engagement, and often resulting in unwanted attrition. To enable a cycle of feedback and improved employee engagement, a frontline manager or leader can keep a strong pulse on employee sentiment using Peakon. By simply navigating to their homepage, they can see the results from the most recent surveys, aggregated and visualized in a way that is easy to consume. In a glimpse, they can see overall engagement scores, benchmarked against their peers, rates of participation, and even top drivers of engagement. Managers can also access and respond directly to open-ended text comments from every level of their organization. Although the identity of the worker is protected, they know their leader is listening. They are being heard, and the manager can identify where there may be consistent patterns or issues. Frontline managers are often the ones hardest hit by this great resignation wave. So with access to this level of quantitative and qualitative feedback on a regular basis, it is invaluable for helping us to focus limited resources and time. Lastly, Peakon offers targeted microcourses to help managers grow, and it also enables leaders to observe interactions between a manager and anonymous employees. This further creates an environment for personal growth and learning, as those leaders can help coach and guide managers as they engage directly with their team. However, as organizations are navigating change, Engagement data alone is not enough. Oftentimes as leaders, we need additional context to better understand why different parts of our organization are having different experiences. This is especially important as we know that rushed return to office strategies are major drivers of attrition. We need both engagement data and operational data to fully understand who is impacted and why this might be occurring. For that, our customers have turned to Prism Analytics. With Prism Analytics, data administrators can blend and transform data on worker productivity or Zoom data alongside employee engagement data from Peakon. With this blended data, the business can answer questions like, is there an impact on employee engagement? For those employees that are spending more time on Zoom, are there particular roles that are experiencing more Zoom fatigue than others? This combination of external data alongside Peakon data is incredibly powerful in helping HR and people leaders to quickly answer important questions that better enable you to shape employee retention strategies, day-to-day operations, and inform decisions like your return to office guidelines. Next, think of People Analytics as the guide. It serves as a great complement to the tools that we just discussed. People Analytics automatically surfaces key insights that may need attention by HR business partners and people leaders. Using augmented analytics, our storyteller engine quickly searches through all of your workforce data to discover the pockets in the organization that require attention. It provides historical trends to contextualize those insights, generates natural language explanations to make insights easy to understand, and even narrows it down to the specific employee driving that particular trend. Today, most analytics teams are doing this work manually. So this replaces a very costly and time-intensive effort that often results in stale insights and is now automatically generated. As we've been discussing, the most important topic for many leaders today is attracting and retaining top talent. Imagine getting insights into trends around your top performers. The People Analytics Talent Performance topic area surfaces the most pressing insights around promising talent, delivering answers in the form of stories in response to questions like, where are we losing our highest performers? People Analytics helps you to understand not only what shifts are happening, but where and who. First, the where. With just one click, each story provides all of the necessary and relevant details, such as a 12-month trend, or even a comparison to the organizational average, to better understand performance relative to peers. It also provides quick insights on the top drivers so that it can quickly understand the common characteristics of the individuals driving that trend. And then we get all the way back to the individual employee level to look at who has left. These are incredibly actionable insights for any people leader. And just imagine the future as we continue to bring People Analytics and Peakon even closer together. So Prism Analytics, Peakon, and People Analytics make it possible to identify areas where HR and business leaders may want or need to take action or adjust plans. With workforce planning, you can double-click into an opportunity or issue and model different scenarios based on current state and future trajectory. You can model future attrition for an organization and include dimensions that help identify top performers, skills, location, compensation, and more. You can also explore different scenarios to see what may have the greatest impact on projections and metrics with your key stakeholders. Leaders can easily adjust their hiring plans where they see attrition hotspots. You might plan for a reallocation of investment towards employee engagement efforts, learning programs, additional spend for remote workers for their home offices. Or focus on retaining your top talent by planning for promotions or transfer to leadership positions in other parts of the organization. Each organization's plan will look unique based on their business strategy and environment. What's most important is that HR and business leaders can act fast when needed, exploring options, approving and executing plans as quickly as possible, but also planning thoughtfully based on the business direction and the wealth of data and information that they have access to. All under the umbrella of Workday, we're able to build a comprehensive picture of your workforce health and build a strategy tailored to your specific needs. With sentiment data from Peakon, layered with operational productivity data via Prism Analytics, and key trends surfaced and highlighted in People Analytics, you're able to build intentional and data-informed plans in Workday Adaptive Planning. As an HR leader, you need tools to be able to understand how your people are doing, to build personalized and data-informed plans, and to cultivate an experience that will keep your people engaged and fulfilled. Leaning into Workday will help you do just that. Whatever your organization's focus, our hope is that over the next 12 months, regardless of what comes next, you feel empowered with the right tools to take better care of your workforce. Stephanie, it has really been fun to do this together.
It has. I've loved it. Thank you all so much for joining us.